I'm on the edge of glory. Yeah, 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 yeah. Whoa, what is that? All right. Buenas tardes, tutto mundo. Je m'appelle Giovanni. Ici. Alright, enough fooling around. Alright, we do have a flight from Minneapolis to Denver. And, yeah, looks like a pretty good flight. We should have VATSIM. It should be a VATSIM event going on in Minneapolis tonight. Says it starts at 7 o'clock. So hopefully in 30 minutes or so they'll start connecting. I got here early so that way we can get a slot in nice and early and make use of all the coverage we have. Okay. Yeah, I already took a look at the flight plan, so we're looking pretty good on it. We're not going to cover any NOTAMs or anything like that. Other than that, weather looks pretty good. It's a little windy here in Minneapolis. Over in Denver, pretty good conditions, calm conditions, and good skies. So looking like a pretty good flight over there. About an hour and 30 minutes of flying time. We're at gate F11 here in Minneapolis. Beautiful Delta City. Let's see. Look at that sunset in the back. That is gorgeous. There's a plane. Sounds like it's landing here. Is that an A330 or 767? There's a plane on approach there. There's one. It's landing right now. Nice. I wish the sounds were a little better. Here's the downtown over there, skyline. I love seeing the lights. Those lights look absolutely amazing. Cool. Let's go ahead and climb into the airplane and get this thing going. I think the plane next to me, it is an A319. It's that one right there. This is a real person right here. So this is AI traffic. That is AI traffic. This is a real person. And then that should be all the traffic that's over here for now. Looks like that 737's over there. I think that might be him over there. Cool. Sweet. Let's go ahead and start pre-flighting. I switched over to the dark side. I used to be all American Airlines, and I still do. But now I'm primarily Delta. First officer is Terry. I don't know, let me see his last name. Terry, your last name is Ellison. Good to meet you, Terry. Alright, so today we have a flight from here to Denver, Colorado. Sorry, my throat's a little scratchy. We are actually Delta 2928. Service from to Denver. We're departing here at 6:15 local time. Wait a second. That's not the right one. It is the right one. Yeah, 6:15 local time. And we are arriving around 7:30 Mountain Standard Time, which I believe is 2 hours away from 2 hours earlier than Eastern Standard Time. Good. Dispatch release. Estimated time en route is 1 hour and 37 minutes. Cruise up to 34,000 feet. Winds are kind of northwestish. 75 knots. Standard deviation temperature is -3. So, stable conditions. And we have a full cabin today, 230 passengers. What do you think about that, Terry? And then taking 7,590 pounds in the cargo. Zero fuel weights at 158,028. Block fuel 22,275. And our min fuel is 19,894. Takeoff weight is going to be at 179.7, which I believe is actually close to our max takeoff weight, which we're max takeoff is, no, it's actually 196, so we're good. And then the FMS fuel reserves is 6.7, but we'll round that up to 7,000 to have an extra safety margin. And then landing weight 168,724. Excuse me. We're about 45 minutes away from departure here, and we already briefed up this dispatch release. I read it over in the crew room. So the only thing you really don't need to worry about, we don't need to worry about NOTAMs today. Actually, the one thing we do have to worry about is it is reporting a wet runway. Looks like it was like a 1/8 inch of wet snow that was piled up on the runway. I think they had a plow truck come through and already get it out, but yeah, so we'll anticipate a wet runway. We'll do the Shep 1 departure, and then rock sand transition. And then from there we'll go direct to Taeyu, direct to Lucky, then direct to Porter, and then we'll do the Alley 3 arrival into Denver. Right now they are landing south, so we can expect runway 16 left. And we have the ILS set up. Let me actually load that back up. ILS 16 left for our approach over there, and we took a look at the weather. Weather's looking pretty good. No discrepancy reports on the maintenance here, and again, weather. Right now, our destination, we're planning on arriving around 0100 Zulu. Actually, no, we're arriving around 0200 Zulu, but 01 is the closest weather report here. So winds again are going to be 140 at 7, so we can expect a slight crosswind from the left. And then a few clouds, 12,000, broken 22,000, so it's pretty good. Alternate is going to be Colorado Springs, and we have 10 statute miles over there. So, and then for our time of arrival, we are expecting +6 statute miles, so we are well within our legal limit. Over here in Minneapolis, weather is reporting 140 at 18, gusting 29, so that's some pretty strong winds, but we're still good to go. 10 statute miles, scattered 2,400, broken 5,500. So if we're taking off runway 12 left, we're going to expect a crosswind from the right, and it should be pretty strong 12. So we'll just expect that on our takeoff roll. -2 on the temperature. And we'll look out for visible moisture. If we start climbing out through that, we'll turn on the anti-ice. But we'll do an anti-ice off departure. Altimeter is 29902, standard. And our peak winds are 150 at 27 knots. That is a lot. At 2154 Zulu. Okay. Cool. And then let's take a look. No significant weather along our route flight today. What did I say we're climbing up to? 34,000. We're going to have a headwind the entire weight over there. Again, winds are 300, so yeah, we're climbing up to 34. Cool. So, do you feel good with that dispatch release? Do you have any questions about that? No? Okay, great, me neither. So without further ado, let's start setting up. Watch, he's not gonna respond. Let's start setting up. Do not be disobedient. Let's start setting up.
Roger.
Thank you. Maybe I'm not speaking loud enough for you. Okay. We're about 39 minutes away from departure, so let's go ahead and get our I love GSX. It's such a great add-on. You know, GSX is like a relationship with the toxic X. You don't want it, but you can't stop. How do I say that in more friendlier version? It's a love-hate relationship with GSX, because you hate the way it acts, but you can't not stop yourself from using it. You can't stop yourself from using it. I used a double negative there. Alright, I'm yapping too much here. Let's go ahead and load the aircraft. Bomb, and we might actually get out here early. So, lights. Let's go ahead and turn up the lights. First, let's start with the integral lights. See how the plane's gonna do while flying at night. Oops. And then we'll turn on the dim lights. Excuse me. Alright, we know altimeter is 299 or 2. We'll come over here. Check that. Oh boy, oh, sorry. It's already in nav mode. Great. I'm digging the performance that it's giving me right now. I'm getting some good frame rates. And I know Denver's a pretty good one too, because there's not much around that area. Turn that on. Alright, we're looking for above 26.5 and we're good. We'll leave the fuel pumps off for now. It's 29 degrees back there. That is in Fahrenheit. It is ice cold back there. It's below freezing. all the soda cans in the galley are frozen right now. All right, temperatures on the brakes look good. Tire pressures look good. Light controls are currently off. Go ahead and request that. And we didn't check the nav database. Excellent. 19 February. We are Delta 2928. We're changing our call sign. Alright, come on over here. Radio frequencies are good for now. Throttle set to idle. And, sorry, I forgot. Radar is off. That's cut off. And it's the norm. Good. And spoilers retracted, flaps retracted, parking brake is set. Rudder trim is neutral. Gear extension is in its location. Circuit breakers, looking for anything that may look like it's popped. I don't see any open circuit breakers, so that is good. here. Looking good. And check the oxygen. Excellent. Oh, that puts away the iPad. I didn't know that. Cool. Alright. So we got that started. Let's go ahead and get our MiG-2 loaded up. So we'll get nice and early. Cost index is 5340 on the altitude. Temperature outside is again -2. Winds are looking for 300 on the winds. Yeah, that looks about right. Drop of pause is at 37,628. So clear air turbulence around that area most likely. Flight plan, let's go ahead and load up. We're gonna expect runway. Let's look up the ATIS real quick. Or digital ATIS. Oh, it looks like they're starting to come online, VATSIM. So let's look at this one here. Information Yankee. Broken 2,500. Broken 10,000 -2. Altimeter 29901. Oh. Notice the air emissions. Runway 422 is closed. Runway 12 right condition codes 555. Runway 12 left 555. Runway 17 555. All aircraft contact ATC when ready to push or taxi. CTM contact. Well, caution. Birds near Minneapolis. Read back all short instructions and assigned altitudes. All aircraft taxi with transponder and altitude encoding on. Advise you have information Yankee. Information Yankee is current. 29901 set. And do we have our fuel loaded up already? Because that was fast. We're looking at 22,275. We do have our fuel loaded. Let's go ahead and start the seatbelts. Start the seatbelts. Fuel pumps can come online. Alright. So, and then, what did they say for departure runway? They didn't really say, did they? Departing runway 12 left, 12 right, and 17. Okay, so we can expect 12 left for departure. 12 left, and then the Shep 1 arrival, Roxanne transition, insert, and then let's talk about our departure. Don't tell me they're already starting to board. Minneapolis Center is coming online, or they already are online. But they should have a full coverage. They should have like a tower and a ground maybe. It's an event, so. So, Minneapolis, radar departure. So we have, is it a radar departure? A radar is required though, but it's a RF and a radar. Anywho, standard with a minimum climb 277 feet per nautical mile to 1,100. And if we're climbing, let's say 277, let's say we're climbing around, yeah, we can definitely meet that requirement. And then 12 left for assigned headings from 60 degrees clockwise, 100 cross DME 7.0 arc at arc from the Minneapolis VOR at or above 3,000. Then runway 12 left, 540 feet, nautical mile to 3,500. 12 left, 12 right, 542. Okay, so we can expect to be at 3,000 once we're 7 miles out from the Minneapolis VOR. We'll get our heading assigned to us as we take off, before we take off. And again, we'll do a climb 540 feet per nautical mile to 200. So, dang, that's pretty high. So anything above 1,800 is required for that until we reach 2,500. Which we can do that. We can meet that climb gradient.
Security and safety check are all done. Are we good to start boarding?
Yes.
Okay.
Cockpit preparation checklist.
Gear pins and covers.
Removed.
Fuel quantity.
22,280 pounds.
Seat belts.
On.
ADIRS.
Nav.
Barrow ref.
29901 set.
2991 set. Cockpit preparation checklist completed.
Okay. So let's continue. So we'll take off and we'll get our radar vector, and then we'll get over to Q gear. We'll get direct to that most likely. Then McConnell, then AREX, and then Shep, and then Roxanne from there. Our top altitude will be assigned by ATC. So for now, I guess we can just put down 3,500. There you go. And then from there, we'll continue on to our flight plan. We'll get Roxanne, then Taeyu, Lucky, and then Porter, whatever. And then we got Denver. In Denver, we're going to come in 16 left, ILS. And then from there, we'll do the Alley 3 arrival, actually. Transition at Porter. And then we're going to also transition here at, was it Kaylee? Kipper. Okay. So then looking at our flight plan, we're going to come in at Porter. And then from there, we go to Hop. Then East. I don't like that name. East. Bitter. Then Ale. At or above 19. Then Head. And then from there, the routing to runway 13 or 16 left will be going to the right to Cugin at 14,210 knots. And then Kipper at 12,210 knots. And then from there we go to Haley at or above 12,000, I suppose is fine. And then JP JP at or above 1,500, sure. And then from there, J Dizzle, and then from there, Jeeper. This is a radar fix mandatory 10,000 feet, which we have that set up. And then from there, we go to J Bob at 10,000 still, maintaining that. Then we go down to Kurt to 9,000. And then step down to Kick Me 8,000. Then Let's at 7,000. And then we'll capture the glide slope, follow that into 16 left. 7,000 is our final approach fix. Our missed approach, we have that set up. We'll do a climb to 5,900, then a climbing right turn to 12,000 on heading 218. And outbound the FQF VOR radio 254 to Bruce, which is a 26 DME from FQF, and we'll hold there. Pretty much we'll fly all the way to 5,900, and we'll intercept 218 radial and intercept the outbound radial 254. Cool. For our performance, again, we're not going to do... Is my beacon light on? Whose beacon light is that? It's not mine. It's very bright. That's so annoying when people spawn in and they don't like double check. What's his freaking call sign? Because he spawned right on top of me, dude. SkyWest 3716. The guy spawned in from like, I don't even know, I don't even know what his deal is, but he spawned in right on top of me. I got my clearance already. You know, if he doesn't, it's not bothering me too much, I suppose. It's just annoying the light. So, performance then. Let's get at it. So, 1-2 left. We got wet conditions. Flaps are optimal. Togas, no. Anti-ice, no. Packs are on. Calculate that. Send that to the McDo. Oh, I think he did move. Nice. How kind of him. So super kind. I think he might have just signed off, to be honest. Let me see. Yeah, he did. Good. Excellent stuff. Alright. V1 128, VR 141, V2 143, flaps 2 up 0.7. Flex our temperatures to 38 degrees. And our engine acceleration 2,340 feet. Great. So perf is checked out. Flaps, our flight plan is good. We just need to get our secondary, our weight imbalance done. Speaking about that, yes, let's get our secondary taken care of. So we got MSP to MSP. And let's just put a minimum safe altitude of 2,800. And we'll just put the ILS 12 right or something. Insert that. We should have an ILS set up for us. Perfect. And now what we're going to do is go to secondary still, go to perf, come up to our approach page, 0 at the winds, temperature is -2, QNH 29901, and we did get our clearance from tower, so you can look at that now. And our barrel ref, we'll just put down, right now it's 820 field elevation, so let's put down 1,000.
Hi guys, here's the load sheet for you.
100. Okay, thanks.
No problem. Have a safe flight.
Alright, so that's good. Are you ready for the departure briefing?
Go ahead.
Great. Let's take a look at our clearance first. So we got Shep 1, Roxanne, Tayu, Lucky, Broder, and then Allen 3. So good. Squawk 2667. 2667. And we're clear to Shep 1 departure, Roxanne transition climb via SID, except maintain 7,000. Let's put 7,000 here on the altitude. 3, expect 340 10 minutes after departure. Departure freak is 124.7. And then expect runway 17. Oh, cool. Expect runway 17 for departure. Dude, that's far as heck. Okay. Why are we gonna expect runway 17, dude? That's so far for departure, but. Alright. That's what ATC wants, so we'll do that. We will comply. So runway 17 is standard, so that's great. For runway 17, we'll climb sign headings from 230 to 285. Well, same thing pretty much. So let's go ahead and do that then. No big deal. We'll get our radar vector and it will be the same thing. So let's calculate that. Let's go into runway 17 actually. Calculation. 5, 2, it's all stays pretty much the same. So 128, 141, 143, and that looks good. So flight plan is good, secondary flight plan is good. Field prediction, we're waiting off for our final load sheet. Yes, for our departure briefing. Let's talk about the weather. So right now the winds aren't the best. They're at 140 at 13, or excuse me, 140 at 21, gusting 31 now. Let's see, did that change? Information Zulu's current, so 21 at 31 knots. Broken 2,500. -2 on the temperature, same thing. Okay, so yeah, we got some pretty strong winds. However, we'll just have to make sure we do our proper crosswind corrections. We were still within our legal limits, and so yeah. Actually, let me see. I'm gonna look this up now that we have time. We have 15 minutes till departure, so we can get a solid briefing here. So let me go to my POH, or my flight operations manual for this airline, and let's see what the wind limitation is. If I can find the course, there it is. I want to know what the wind limitation is for our company. Crosswind factors of 25 to 30 knots. Let's just say that. Right now it's 5 knots, so we are pretty good with that, so we're fine. Okay, sorry, that was a little bit of a squirrel there. Let's talk about our taxi. So we're gonna expect taxiway Delta. And then Bravo, we got a hotspot there with intersecting runways and taxiways. So we really gotta pay attention to our crossings there. Right now, runway 12 left and right is active. And runway 17. We're gonna expect a taxi on runway 17. And we'll cross runway 4 at Alpha probably. And then get down to Alpha 10 and then cross it at Whiskey 10. There's another hotspot there. And then go follow it down to Kilo 10. We have 8,000 feet of runway. Conditions are currently wet, so we calculate for that. And we can expect good lighting when we have our landing lights, but it's nighttime. But yeah, we'll do the Shep 1 departure. We'll climb out a heading given to us by ATC. And then meet 3,500 at or above 3,500 at the 7 DME arc. And then continue to our filed flight plan from there. V1 is 128, VR 141, V2 143, flaps 2 up 0.7, flex takeoff to 38 degrees. Will be a full length departure for takeoff. For any failures prior to V1, abort to takeoff, pull power to idle, apply the brakes. For any failure after that, we'll rotate at fit 141, and then continue our takeoff and take the issue up in the air, maintain positive control of the aircraft, and come back to Minneapolis. We do have the ILS 12 right set up in the case we do need to make an immediate return back to Minneapolis. We'll make sure we talk to ATC and get our vectors for that. But other than that, it covers everything for the departure brief. Really, the main concern for our flight today is just complacency and the winds. The winds can be a little bit challenging today, but other than that, we should be just fine. Excuse me. Any questions?
No questions.
Okay. That lady's always sitting up in the front row. She's always staring me down. So we do have our clearance already. Oh, did they finish boarding already?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Delta Sky Team and our global partners, welcome on board your Delta flight. As you're making your way to your seat, we kindly ask that you please step into your row and out of the aisle as quickly as possible to allow those passengers behind you to make their way to their seat as well. If you're traveling with a larger rollerboard, please place it in the overhead bins, either wheels or handles first, on either side of the aircraft. Keeping in mind that the overhead bin space is shared space, so if the bin directly above your seat is already full, please go ahead and utilize the next available space.
Alright, we do have a long
If you brought in a second
runway,
item
so we
with
can
you,
just
such
do
as a
low water
briefcase,
brakes, so
tote
we should
bag,
be fine.
laptop bag, backpack, you can go ahead and utilize that space under the seat in front of you, so that we can utilize that overhead bin space for your larger bags without having to check them plain sight to your final destination. Feel free to utilize your mobile phones, tablets, and e-readers while we're here at the gate.
157.5,
However, once we close our boarding door, you must
a little
please
bit
place these items
500
into
pounds
airplane mode
shorter,
or turn
but
off
that's
your
fine.
cellular
Takeoff
service.
weight 179.3.
Please also note that if you will be working on a laptop computer or enjoying any other larger electronic devices, they must be stowed either in a bag under the seat in front of you or in overhead bins. Please do not stow these items in the seat pocket in front of you, place them directly on the floor, or hold them on your lap during taxi, takeoff, and landing. This is not just a Delta policy, but an FAA regulation for your safety.
At this time, the boarding doors have been closed for departure to Now all overhead bins must be closed and all passengers seated in order for us to move the aircraft. We appreciate that. Couple reminders, anytime the fasten seatbelt sign is on today, please remain seated. That's for your safety and our fellow passengers and crew members. The captain has asked your flight crew to remain seated until he lets us know it's safe for us to begin our service and be up in the aisle. So please remain seated as we climb out of today. Also, the use of cellular networks is not permitted. No FaceTiming or phone calls on our flight today. Free text messaging is available after we reach 10,000 feet. I'll make an announcement at that time.
Alright, let's start the APU.
Flight attendants, prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and all call.
Alright, let me make an announcement. Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, we'd like to welcome you on board today's flight. My name is Captain Gio, alongside with me is First Officer Terry. On behalf of Delta and our flight crew, we welcome you on board and we thank you for flying with us today. Today's flight, we're going to take you down over to Denver. Estimated time en route to be 1 hour and 37 minutes. We're looking to get you landed on the ground over there by at least 7:20. We're going to climb up to around 34,000 feet. Winds are currently coming in from the northwest. And looking like pretty stable conditions, so we can expect a smooth ride down to Denver.
Hey guys, all packs are on board. Are
Thank
we
you for
clear to
telling.
close?
Yes.
Thanks. Let me know if you need anything.
We do have a little bit of windy conditions here in Minneapolis, so we might expect a little bumps as we climb out today, but we should smooth it out once we get to our cruise altitude. Again, we do have a full cabin today, so if you can help the cabin prepare for departure by finding your seats and fastening your seatbelts, we can try to make it on time out of here. We're finalizing some paperwork up here, getting our clearances from ATC, and we should expect to push back here shortly. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for departure, stand by for all call, and cross-check. Please arm doors as well. Alright. Alright, so let's go and close the cabin door.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
I hate that I just got rid of my frequencies. 121.9.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback. Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
Alright. Minneapolis ground, Delta 2928, request push and start, please.
Delta 2928, Minneapolis ground, push and start in the alley at your discretion, advise and ready to taxi.
Roger, push to start at our discretion, we'll call back for taxi, Delta 2928.
Delta 2591, monitor tower 126.7.
There we go. That was about to be a problem if we can fix that. Alright, before start checklist. Before start checklist.
Parking brake.
Set.
Takeoff speeds and thrust.
Set and checked.
V1, 1, 2, 8, VR, 1, 4, 1, V2, 1, 4, 3, flex temp, 3, 8 degrees.
Checked.
Windows.
Closed.
Beacon.
On.
Before start checklist completed.
Alright. Parking brake released.
Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
Another night flight. Let's go ahead and turn that off to get our night vision turned on. Our night vision setup. Alright. It says they want us to wait till engine or push back to get our engine started. So we shall do that.
Set parking brakes.
Alright, brake set.
Unlocking gear.
Alright. Starting engine 2.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Try now.
I believe that was Delta 828, is that correct? Delta 828,
truck
Minneapolis
disconnected.
ground.
Bypass spin.
Push and start on the Quebec approved, expect 1-2 right.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
At this time, in just a few moments, we'll be showing you the safety video. Once the video has concluded, we'll be in the house to answer any questions you have before we're seated for taxi out. Again, thank you for choosing Delta today. My name is Susan. I'm your purser for today's flight, along with Charles in the economy cabin. We do welcome you aboard.
Alright, they're waving us goodbye. See ya.
Welcome aboard, and thank you for choosing Delta. The health and safety of our customers and crew is
Right.
our #1 priority
Starting engine 1.
and a shared responsibility
Okay.
of everyone on board. So before we depart, please pay attention to this important message. Stow all carry-on items in an overhead bin and place smaller items completely under the seat in front of you. Larger electronic devices must be placed in a bag. Handheld portable electronic devices, including mobile phones, should also be secured. Keep the aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas clear.
If you lose an electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and ask a crew member for help. As we leave the gate, fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and adjusting the strap so it's low and tight. Release, lift the top of the buckle.
Stay seated with your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt sign is on, and keep it fastened whenever you're seated in case of sudden rough-in. In the event of rough-in, the crew might also need to buckle up for safety.
To get engine
We
starts.
appreciate your understanding if our service is interrupted.
Federal regulations require all passengers to comply with all crew members' instructions, along with the posted placards and lighted information signs throughout the cabin.
Smoking, vaping, the use of e-cigarettes or any smokeless product, including chewing tobacco, is not allowed on any Delta flight. Federal law prohibits tampering with,
after
disabling,
start
or
checklist.
destroying restroom smoke detectors. In the event of an evacuation, leave all
Anti-ice.
bags behind. Carrying
Off.
baggage will slow the evacuation. All exits
Off.
are clearly
ECAM
marked with a green
status.
exit symbol.
Checked.
Locate the nearest exits and remember, they might be
Set and
behind
checked.
you. If we lose power, lights will illuminate
Checked.
the aisle to guide you to your exit.
Pitch trim.
It's unlikely.
0.7%
that if
set.
cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will drop from panels above your seat and inside
0.7%
lavatories.
set.
Reach up and pull the mask or
Set.
streamer down to start the flow of oxygen.
Bro,
Remove any
set
face
checked.
covering and place the mask over your nose and mouth. Slip the elastic strap over your head and adjust the mask
Set
if
and checked.
necessary. Breathe
Rudder
normally
trim.
and know
Neutral.
that oxygen is
After
flowing.
start checklist
So don't
complete.
Thank
worry if
you.
the bag doesn't
Jeez.
inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
A water
Brake check.
evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case, life
Pressure
vests are in a
0.
compartment beneath
Right.
or adjacent to your
Clear
seat.
left side.
To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head, wrap the strap around your waist, attach it to the buckle in front, and adjust securely around your waist. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom or at shoulder level. A water-activated
Clear
light
right
is
side.
attached to each vest.
Right.
For children under 35 pounds, place the vest around their waist.
Flight
and
control
secure the
check.
strap between the legs. See your safety card for more information. Additional
Flight
life
controls
vests
check.
for inland children
Ready.
are in marked compartments at the
Full
front
up.
and rear of the plane. We'll
Full
distribute
down.
these vests if necessary.
Neutral.
Before takeoff, bring your seat to its
Full
upright
left.
position and stow your tray table and footrest.
Full
Be
right.
sure you fasten your seatbelt low and tight
Neutral.
across your lap.
Full
Carry-on
left.
items are secured.
Full right.
And armrests are at the resting
Neutral.
position. Finally, take a moment to review the safety information card in your seat pocket.
As you let us know if you have any
All right.
questions. As we get ready for takeoff, please settle in. And from all of our crew,
Ground
thank
Delta
you for
2928,
flying
information Zulu, ready to taxi.
Delta 2928, Minneapolis ground, runway 17. Taxi via Delta Whiskey, hold short, runway 12 right.
Alright, taxi runway 17 via Delta Whiskey, hold short 12 right, Delta 2928. Alright. Our taxi route will take us Delta.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few
And
moments,
then
we
where
will
is
be dimming our
Whiskey at?
cabin lighting for the duration
I
of our
believe that
flight.
was 1438 Delta, is that correct?
Whiskey would take us all the way 17, but we'll hold short runway 12 right, pretty much.
Have you monitored your TV monitor and your air conditioning vent can be found on our
Clear
panel
left
above
side.
your seat. Thank you.
Clear
November
right side.
1438 Delta, ground.
Turn left here, no hot.
Taxi via Whiskey,
One
Delta,
hotspot along the route.
Departure.
Taxi checklist.
Folks from the cockpit, looks like we're number one for takeoff.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Checked. Flap setting.
Config 2. Config 2.
Config 2. Radar and predictive wind shear system.
On and auto.
Engine mode selector.
Delta 828, Minneapolis ground, runway
Say again?
12 right.
Engine mode
Taxi
selector.
via Quebec,
Normal.
ECAM memo.
Take off,
Alpha,
no blue.
cross runway 22.
Taxi checklist completed.
Delta 828, taxi via Quebec.
Yes, go ahead.
Hi, Captain.
Mike,
the cabin is now
Alpha,
secure for
cross
takeoff.
runway 22.
Okay, thanks. Cabin is ready. Alright, we're in the hot spot. And coming up to a runway now.
Delta 2928, monitor tower 126.7.
26.7 for Delta 2928.
Approaching. 1, 2, right.
Delta 2928 Minneapolis Tower, cross runway 12 right, turn right on Whiskey, cross runway 4, continue Whiskey, runway 17, traffic 3 mile final.
Roger, cross runway 12 right at Delta, we'll turn right on Whiskey, cross runway 4, and we'll continue to runway 17 from there, Delta 2928.
Southwest 1697 traffic crosses prior to your arrival.
Traffic inside Southwest 1697.
Strobe light on. We'll turn right here on Whiskey. Clear left side.
Clear right side.
Strobe light off. Strobe light off. Clear left side.
Clear right side.
Approaching.
Strobe light on.
0, 4.
Very nice. I love seeing other people landing. It's so cool. Very pretty.
Southwest 1697, welcome, exit right, and join Whiskey, contact ground, good night.
Right on the Whiskey over to ground, Southwest 1697. Also, that was a good squeeze hit play there, sir.
Take care.
Flight attendant seats for takeoff, please. Ready?
Ready.
All right. Nothing has changed. Our emergency plans are the same. So we're looking good here for departure. Continue our departure. We're on Whiskey. We'll follow this in all the way to the whole shoreline. Looking for a whole shoreline.
Delta 2928, wind 140 at 15, fly runway heading, runway 17, cleared for takeoff, remain this frequency for one turn.
Fly runway heading, clear for takeoff, runway 17, will remain on this frequency until the turn for Delta 2928. Right, line up
Ready.
checklist.
Approaching.
Takeoff
One.
runway.
Runway 17
7.
confirmed.
Runway 17 confirmed. TCAS.
Check. Clear both sides. Runway.
Takeoff runway
Thank you.
confirmed. Approach path clear of traffic.
TARA.
Packs 1 and 2.
On runway.
Lineup
1,
checklist completed.
7.
Right. Ready?
Ready.
Takeoff.
Check. %. We'll fly runway heading and main on this frequency until the turn. Set. Man flex 38 degrees. SRS runway auto throttle blue. Checked. Thrust set.
Checked.
It's 100 knots.
Right.
V1. Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Climb crest. Crest climb, climb nav.
Delta 2928, turn right heading 215.
Heading 215, Delta 2928. Is that heading 215?
Delta 828, Minneapolis Tower, runway 12 right, cleared for takeoff. Wind 14015, fly runway heading.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
And Delta 2928, just to verify, you want us to remain on this frequency, right?
Delta 2928, contact departure.
Departure 2928, thanks. Departure Delta 2928, passing through 5,500 for 7,000 on heading 215.
Delta 2928, Minneapolis departure, here to contact, climb maintain 17,000, proceed direct AREX.
Climb to 17,000, proceed direct to AREX, Delta 2928. It's altitude 17,000. Flap 0.
Speed checked. Flaps 0.
We'll turn on the anti-ice because we are going to fly through visible moisture here. Beautiful night departure. That's beautiful out there. Not as busy as I anticipated it to be.
Delta 2928, contact Minneapolis Center, 133.4, have a good flight.
Alright, over to 33.4 for Delta 2928, good night.
Canadian 1333, go ahead.
Canadian 1333, we'd like to continue our climb up to flight level 380.
Canadian 1333, climb and maintain flight level 380.
Climb maintain flight level 380. Canadian 1333.
Center Delta 2928, good evening, passing through 11,500 for 17,000.
Delta 2928, Minneapolis Center, good evening.
Clear direct Lucky, climb and maintain flight level 340.
Clear direct to Lucky, climb maintain 340, Delta 2928. Dang, he's getting us all the way down there.
Eva 032, Minneapolis Center, good evening.
Set altitude 34,000. Flight attendants, you may resume normal duties. Yeah, ice not detected because I got my anti-ice on. We are below 10 degrees and saturated temperature is above negative 40. So, and we are going through some visible moisture. Excuse me. Especially that it's night out. I can't really see the clouds very well. So, we're going to keep them on until that temperature goes above 10 or the saturated temperature goes below negative 40. So, we are keeping the anti-ice on. Looks like an inversion layer down there though, because it was negative 2 degrees down on the surface, and then as we climbed up we're at 16,000 now, and it's only negative 2 now. So, and it was warmer down there, so it's like there was definitely an inversion layer. Still hand flying it. Getting the stick and rudder skills. I think that's like a bit of the sunset. Like maybe the last bit of it. Down over there.
Skywest 3691, Minneapolis Center. Climb and maintain flight level 310 and contact Minneapolis Center. Contact Minneapolis Center 128.67.
Standard cross-checked. Passing flight level 187. Now.
Autopilot went on.
Aircraft calling from International Falls, which one was it? Air Canada 108, Minneapolis Center, released for departure. Current flight if not off in 5 minutes. If not off in 5 minutes, contact Minneapolis Center with frequency and contact Center Airway with frequency. Frequency change, please. Justice 8402, contact Minneapolis Center 128.67.
128.67 to Justice 8402.
Eva 032, contact Minneapolis Center 128.67. Delta 828, Minneapolis Center, good evening, climb and maintain flight level 230. Delta 2928, contact Minneapolis Center, 128.67.
2867 for Delta 2928, good night. Center Delta 2928, passing through file 2304340, direct to Lucky.
2928 Minneapolis Center.
We're below negative 40 degrees. On the saturated air temperature. Let's turn on this. Yeah, it looks like the sunset is peeking up again.
Delta 1608 Minneapolis Center, roger. Clear direct Fuzzy. West 3691, clear direct Raz. Direct Raz, Sky West 3691.
Center Delta 2928 would like to step away for like 5 minutes, please.
Delta 2928, approved, report back.
Roger, we'll go.
Minneapolis Center, good evening, Southwest 2347, flight level 350.
Southwest 2347, Minneapolis Center, evening, and you're for direct Swan if you're not already.
Yeah, we're direct Swan, Southwest 2347.
Roger.
Minneapolis Center, Skywest 3716 is with you, 11,300 and climbing 17.
Skywest 3760, Minneapolis Center, climb and maintain flight level 230.
230, Skywest 3716.
That's Skywest 3716. That will be your final for Cedar Rapids today.
Alright, 230.
American 41 from maintaining 7 1 flight 717. Hello.
American 3120, Minneapolis Center, climb and maintain flight level 310, go direct zipper.
Direct zipper, climb and maintain flight level 310, American 3120.
1,000 to go.
Minneapolis Center, good evening, Honda Jet 124 Mike Charlie, climbing 16,500 for flight level 270.
Honda Jet 124 Mike Charlie, Minneapolis Center, roger.
Minneapolis Center, good evening. Delta 223 with you, flight level 310. We're west of O'Neill.
Delta 223, Minneapolis Center, evening. Hey, Scott.
Hey, Jeff, how's it going?
Good, you?
Still vertical.
Minneapolis Center, FedEx 523 heavy passing 16,200, climbing 17,000.
FedEx 523, Minneapolis Center, Roger, climb and maintain flight level 330 for direction of flight. That'll be your final.
Climb maintain 330, FedEx 523.
FedEx 523, for direct hole.
Clear direct hole, FedEx 523.
Tower 3691, descend via Nitzer 3 arrival, runway 12 right transition, Minneapolis, altimeter 2993, or correction, 2995 now.
Descend via Nitzer arrival, sign on 12 right, SkyWest 3691.
Justice 8402, kind of Kansas City Center on 134.3.
134.3 for Justice 8402.
And Delta 2928 is back.
Delta 2928, Minneapolis, Roger.
Seatbelts off.
Minneapolis Center, good day, Giant 46 Heavy, climbing through 11,500 for 17,000, direct air.
Giant 46, Minneapolis Center, Roger. Clear direct Lucky, climb and maintain flight level 340.
Direct Lucky, climb maintain 340, Giant 46.
Minneapolis Center, good evening,
$33, Minneapolis Center, Roger.
Mini Center, hello, November 5331 Foxtrot, climbing through 1,000, correction, 10,500 for 15.
Citation 5331 Foxtrot, Minneapolis Center, climb and maintain flight level 250.
We're climbing at 250.
Minneapolis Center, Delta 15, passing 14,000.
Delta 1050, Minneapolis Center, climb and maintain flight level 350.
350, Delta.
Southwest 2347, contact Minneapolis Center 133.4.
133.4, Southwest 2347.
Skywest 3716, contact Chicago Center 134.87.
3487 for Skywest 3716.
$33, descent of pilot's discretion, maintain 16,000 Omaha, altimeter is 29er 85.
Minneapolis Center, Gemini 1, 503.0282 for 3980.
Gemini 1, Minneapolis Center, Roger.
Delta 15, can we step away for 2 minutes?
Who's looking to step away?
Delta 1015.
Delta 1015, that is approved. I am going to need to turn you back on course here in a minute, so let's do that first. You're clear direct RAS, and then you can step away.
Clear direct RAS, Delta 15.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, you may notice we have leveled off at our cruise altitude of 34,000 feet. Seatbelt signs are off, so you are free to roam around the cabin. Give you an update, we are currently looking at arriving at our destination, most likely a little early here. Looking to get it to the gate around maybe about 7:15ish. That's such a bad. Let's try that again.
American 3120, contact Chicago Center 127.7.
We're looking at getting to the gate around 7:25. Most likely maybe like 5 minutes early. But at the moment, conditions are currently smooth. Shouldn't expect too many bumps on the way over there. But we do ask that if you are at your seat that you remain with your seatbelts fastened, as we could expect turbulence at any given moment.
Delta 1015, we're back.
Thank you for flying with us.
Delta 1015, roger.
Center, citation position 5 Foxtrot, Mike, level 13,000.
9005 Foxtrot, Mike, Minneapolis Center, climb and maintain 16,000, Omaha, altimeter 2985.
985, 6,000, 5 Foxtrot, Mike.
FedEx 523, contact Chicago Center 127.77.
127.77, FedEx 523.
Delta 223, contact Minneapolis Center 133.4, night Scott.
334, Delta 223, yeah.
Delta 1608, cross fuzzy at and maintain flight level 330.
Cross fuzzy at and maintain 330, but you know.
Number 124, Mike Charlie, descend and maintain flight level 240.
240, forming Charlie.
And Minneapolis Center, good evening, Delta 2249 is going to be climbing through 14,000 for 17,000.
Delta 2249, Minneapolis Center, clear drag Lucky, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Alright, 320, direct Lucky, Delta 2249.
672.
Calling center, say again. Delta 8950, Minneapolis Center, Hedger. Number 5 Foxtrot, Mike, climb maintain flight level 190.
9 or 0.
Eva 032, contact Chicago Center 127.77.
Chicago 127, flying 770 by 032, good day.
Minneapolis Center, good evening, November 18 Delta Sierra, 14,100, climbing 15,000, direct T-Will.
November 18 Delta Sierra, Minneapolis Center, climb and maintain flight level 200.
Climb and maintain flight level 200, November 8 Delta Sierra.
Delta 1771, Minneapolis Center, roger. Number 4 Mike Charlie, descend now to flight level 230, then cross target at and maintain 8,000, Minneapolis altimeter 299.5.
Alright, 230 for now, target at 8,000 for Honda, good former Charlie.
Delta 1608, descend via Nitzer 3 arrival, accept maintain flight level 240.
Descend via Nitzer 3, accept maintain 240,
Beautiful night sky today. Alright, cabin is doing their thing back there. Fuel's looking good. We're above our fuel requirements, so.
And the aircraft on the ground at Des Moines, that was 325 Hotel Papa.
Our top of descent will
Number
be
355 Hotel Papa, Minneapolis Center, roger, cleared to Flying Cloud Airport, Des Moines, 1 departure, then at
149.
Maintain 5,000, expect flight level
49 minutes.
230 is your final 10 minutes after departure, squawk 5215. Station 5 Hotel Papa, readback is correct, advise ready to attack, and I'm sorry, I misquoted the departure, it's the Des Moines 2 now. Des Moines 2 departure, vectors T Wolf, then S12. Or 5 Foxtrot, Mike, climbing tape level 210. 210, 5 Foxtrot, Mike.
Watch some YouTube.
Delta 1608, code direct Nitzer, and just descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
Correct Nitzer, our discretion 240.
Number 8 Delta Sierra, climb maintain flight level 250, that'll be your, climb maintain flight level 270, that'll be your final.
That sounds good, up to 270, and that's the final, November 8 Delta Sierra.
Man, the destruction of that Philadelphia plane crash is pretty ugly too. It's like a giant crater in the road.
We get 310.
Very
Delta
crazy.
1771, I'll have it for you in just a minute.
I think it's just a really bad coincidence with the CRJ and TC
5
and
Foxtrot, Mike, climb maintain flight level 230.
the Learjet that crashed in Philadelphia. Just very, very strange coincidence that both will happen so short within each other. Sad, very sad.
Skywest 3691, contact Minneapolis approach 126.905.
I kind of understand the CRJ accident, how that happened, but the Learjet in Philadelphia, that crash I just can't wrap my mind around. Because listening to the audio tapes, you know, they took off, they were told to contact departure, which they never did. And then very shortly after that, it just nosedived to the ground. It says it reached to about like 11,000 feet per minute descent rate. That is very fast. That is extremely fast. That's why it looked like a rocket. Everyone thought it was a missile that hit the ground, but no. It was literally an airplane. But, that's the thing. I don't know
What, 658 Minneapolis Center,
what could cause a plane to nosedive like that. My only thought My only
1771, just want to
I
maintain
can't
level
talk when this
310.
guy's talking right over me.
Level 310.
My thought process on that accident was perhaps a flight control failure. Could be an instance that maybe the elevator got stuck in a nose down configuration. Maybe it got stuck. Maybe it was a runaway trim. A runaway trim can do stuff like that. That's my only thought process of flight control failure, because if it was an engine failure, that's manageable. Like, you can manage an engine failure.
5 Foxtrot, Mike, climb and maintain level 250.
You can glide it,
250,
but a nosedive at that rate, a descent, that screams flight control failure to me. 100%.
Delta 1608, descend and maintain, or correction, descend via the Nitzer 3 arrival, runway 12 right, transition Minneapolis, altimeter 29 or 8, 9 or 4. Citation 31 Foxtrot, say airspeed.
Huh?
260,
Yeah.
we're going up to 270.
Well, I was gonna wait till later.
Number 8 Delta Sierra, traffic
up.
that you're following into Minneapolis is a citation, maintain 270 knots.
Alright, we see the traffic on TCAP, so maintain 270 knots, 8 Delta Sierra.
Okay.
Doesn't help me in the least, sorry.
Yeah.
You seeing him on TCAP's part.
You are using cold water.
Number 4 Mike Charlie for
the-
traffic, start the descent for
for
target
the
now,
washing
please.
machine.
Yep, we're already at a 230, down
If
to
you
8.
use
for
cold
4 Mike
water,
Charlie.
it's not going to use
Perfect,
the
thank
water
you.
heater. That way the water heater's not running and, spiking up the glitches. So you have to go in there and click tap
You
water.
get set up a little flying club thing for St. Paul, or just curious how come there's so many of you?
Just for the future.
It's actually all
Just go in there and use
NYARTCC
tap
folks.
hold.
Works for
That
me.
way. Not right now.
It's not
It's
been a
already
problem.
started, right?
Satellite airport, you're not really the problem. Except for the guy in the straight 525, he's the problem.
Yeah, sorry.
Citation 3 on Foxtrot, quick direct
right
target.
out.
Citation 3 on Foxtrot, quick direct target.
Direct target, citation 31 Fox.
Number 5 Foxtrot, Mike, same for you, quick direct target. Direct target, 5 Foxtrot, Mike.
Excuse me.
Citation 5 Hotel Papa, Des Moines wind 1508, your choice 5 or 13. Number 5 Hotel Papa, Roger, runway 13, taxi via Papa Delta, cross runway 31, hold short runway 23. $1.33, Conoco Omaha approach 135.87.
3587 Falcon TV9.
Minneapolis Center, good evening, Southwest 2269, 210 for 110.
Southwest 2269 Minneapolis Center, Roger. Expect a, let's make it an ILS runway 13 approach Des Moines altimeter 2992.
292, expect vectors for 13 for the ILS 269.
Southwest 2269, turn 10 degrees left, it's on a pilot's discretion, maintain 6,000.
10 degrees left, pilot discretion 6000, Southwest 269.
Station 5 Foxtrot Mike, cross target at and maintain 8,000, Minneapolis, altimeter 29904.
Target at 8,000.
Delta 1015, descend via Nitzer 3 arrival, runway 12 right, transition Minneapolis, altimeter 29904.
Descend via Nitzer 2 right.
Delta 1015, affirmative, runway 12 right, Minneapolis, altimeter 29904.
12 right.
Number 31 Foxtrot, cross target at and maintain 8,000, Minneapolis, altimeter 29904. What's your planned airspeed on the descent?
Target at 8,000. We can keep it at 270 if you like.
Number 31 Foxtrot, yeah, maintain 270 knots or greater until advised.
270 or better, and cross target at 8315.
Minneapolis Center, hello. Number 2 kilo uniform climbing 14,000 to 15,000.
Number 2 kilo uniform Minneapolis Center, climb and maintain flight level 310. That'll be your final for St. Paul.
The flight level 310, number 2 kilo uniform.
Gemini 1, clear direct fuzzy, cross fuzzy at and maintain flight level 330.
Direct fuzzy, cross fuzzy at, and maintain flight level 330, Gemini 1.
California girls, easy to bikinis on top.
Southwest 2269, flighting 310.
310.
Number 8 Delta Sierra, descend and maintain flight level 240.
To the maintain flight level 240, November 8 Delta Sierra.
Minneapolis Center, I'm 203. I am out of fuel and my engines are about to shut off. I need to make a diversion to the closest airport. And do you know what airport that would be?
Emirates 203, I'm unable to accommodate an emergency at this time. If you have no fuel, I need you to disconnect.
Oh, come on.
Understand Emirates 203.
You can't do that.
Minneapolis Center, Southwest 2791.
If someone calls in an emergency, you can't just sit there and say, oh, I can't handle an emergency right now.
United 658, contact Chicago Center 127.77.
I kind of get the idea, but if someone's having an emergency in an ATC situation, you have to comply and help them out.
Number 5 Hotel Papa, cross runway 23 Delta. Number 4 Mike Charlie, contact Minneapolis Road 124.7.
Mike 47, Mike Charlie.
Delta 1608, contact Minneapolis approach 126.905. Number 8 Delta Sierra, descend now, flight level 230, then cross target 8,000, Minneapolis altimeter 29904.
Descend now, flight level 230, then cross target at 8,000, November 8 Delta Sierra.
Number 2 Kilo uniform, radar contact lost. Southwest 2269, set up policy discretion, maintain 3,000.
Positive on a 3,000,
Emirates 203 Super, you just going to continue to LA then? Emirates 203 Super.
What's VATSIM's policy with emergencies?
Emirates 203. Delta 2928, contact Denver Center 127.65, good night.
Or to 27.65 for Delta 2928, good night.
Minneapolis Center, Gemini 1, I'm sorry, I forgot. Did you get to descend by the star and after?
Gemini 1, negative, not yet.
Denver Center, hello, Delta 2528, climbing 14,000 for flight level 230. Delta 2528, Denver Center, good evening, climbing maintain flight level 350. Up to flight level 350, Delta 2528, good evening.
Denver Center, Delta 2928, good evening, flight level 340.
Delta 2928, Denver Center, good evening.
Alright, so it says here in the Code of Conduct, pilots are permitted to declare an in-flight emergency when they're under air traffic control. However, if the aircraft traffic controller requests the pilot to terminate the emergency, then the pilot shall do so immediately, or disconnect from the network. Pilots are not permitted to simulate any unlawful act, including but not limited to declaring hijack by any method, including entering transponder code 7500. So, it's just kind of lame though. I kind of understand it though, because if the airspace is busy, some little kid declares an emergency, then yeah, but at the same time that also takes away the realism of that. Right.
American 779, contact Minneapolis
128.67, good night.
12867, good night, American 779.
Center 364 back to the cockpit.
364, thank you. Delta 514, maintain Mach 0.80.
Lead 0514.
Denver Center, Delta 1710 with you, flight level 330.
Delta 1710, Denver Center, good evening.
Denver Center, good evening. Skyway 3805,
Skyway 3805, Denver Center, good evening. Minneapolis Center, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, with you for level 370. 221, Denver, good evening. Delta 1702, Denver, good evening.
Denver Center, Delta 711 350.
Delta 1711, Denver Center, good evening.
Delta 2916, hello, 390.
2916, Denver Center, good evening. Delta 1702, same Mach number. Delta 1702, maintain Mach 0.79 or sequence Minneapolis.
Maintain
.864 for 2916.
2916, thank you.
2916, .864.
Delta 2916, thank you. American 916, descend via the next 3, arrival, landing south.
Descend via the next 3, landing south. Right.
Denver Center, United 105, 32,000 meters, final speed.
United 105, unable, flight level 320, incorrect altitude for directional flight. I can give you 310 or 330.
We'll take 330, United 105.
United 105, maintain flight level 330.
330, United 105.
Allegiant 21, request for level 3900.
Region C21, climb and maintain flight level 390.
Flight for level 3900, Allegiant 21.
Emirates 205 Super, contact Minneapolis Center, 128.67,
128.67 and 205 Super. Thank you for your HSP. Appreciate it.
Bridge 1, contact Minneapolis Center, 128.67.
2867, Bridge 1, great night.
Contact Minneapolis Center, 128.67.
12867.
Number Center, Southwest 3197, level 160. Southwest 3197, Denver Center, good evening, Southern maintain flight level 350. Level 350.
Denver Center, good day. Giant 486, flight level 340, direct order.
Giant 486, Denver Center, good evening.
Peyton.
Delta 1711, maintain Mach 0.75, vector speed.
75.
Delta 514, contact Minneapolis Center, 128.67.
12867 Delta 514, yeah.
United 1234, contact Minneapolis Center, 128.67. Good night.
2867 for United 1234 Heavy.
Bruce 4, contact Minneapolis Center, 128.67. Good night.
128.67.
Delta 2928, descend to the AL3 arrival, landing south.
Send via the L3 arrival, and we'll expect south for Delta 2928. Okay. So let's talk about this arrival. So we have to be at Kipper at 12,000, which we do have plugged in here. Kipper at 12,000. Right now we are at 34,000.
Correction, TDM 88901 Charlie just departed Kilo Lima Alpha Alpha, ready to pick up IFR
34 minus
Number
12.
8891, Charlie Denver.
Times that by 3.
BFR. Flight level 1.
Plus 5. And so we need to descend. So anyone nautical miles prior to that. So
we can do 160, 901 Charlie, maintain
minus
VFR.
14.3. And then that
Grade
is
891 Charlie,
16.1
you're cleared to the Denver airport via present position, direct Hugo, Quail 1 arrival, maintain 16,000, squawk 0006.
Alright, clear to the Denver International Airport via direct Hugo, Quail 1 arrival, and climb maintain 16,000, squawk 0006, 8891 Charlie.
Grade 891 Charlie, your read back correct.
Yeah, so 31.6 miles away from Ale. We have to be descending, so we should be fine. Right now it's kind of staying. We should be good. So airport elevation is 5,434. So 15,000 15,400 feet is
Sure, doing
10,000
that
feet
now
above
for you, not a
ground
one-shot.
elevation. So our cabin need to be seated by 15,500 feet pretty much.
Number 88, 901 Charlie.
Let's see, speed
Radar
restriction
contact over
to
the
70
Lamar
Mach number
VOR.
until intercepting
901
280
Charlie is
knots.
passing through 11,000.
Maintain 280 until slowed down by the
901 Charlie.
by the star.
Check,
So
maintain 16,000.
let me see here.
Direct you go up to 16,000, 901 Charlie.
18 Mach number. Maintain Mach number until 280 knots. So pretty much want to keep this until we descend and we're at 280 knots. Hello, Daniel. Denver has a high elevation. Yes, they do. The elevation is 5,434 feet. Yeah, Peru and Bolivia, I'm assuming, are pretty high up too. Let me just look at them real quick. Calicut, Lima. Just want to look at Peru. That's all we got. There's a Peru, United States. Okay. Alright, why is it so hard to look up an airport in Peru right now? Let's go over here.
Delta 1711, maintain 5.77.
LAP. So Jorge Chavez.
Last aircraft calling, not Delta 1711. There's another aircraft very faint, David.
There we go.
1648,
Alright,
Denver
so for
Center,
Lima,
getting
Peru,
from Federal Center.
the elevation over there is at... Actually, this one's not that bad. It's right by the water, so that makes sense.
Yeah, your microphone's cutting
It's 113 feet elevation there, but I'm assuming other airports... Let's check out this one. Okay, so I went down a little bit more east than Peru, and there's an airport that's at 13,460 feet. That's pretty high up.
Denver Center,
So,
UPS
I don't know how
5807 on
planes
the
get
climb
in
out
and
of
out of that.
17.4, climbing 230.
UPS 5807.
That one's at 11,000.
Denver Center, Air Mexico 6441, switching flight level 35.
So yeah, there's some pretty high elevations over in Peru right now.
6441, Denver Center.
Again, we said 30... I forgot what we said, 36 miles from L. Yeah, so... just as long as we go to that top of descent there, the white arrow, we should be fine. Yeah, 13,000 feet elevation is pretty darn high. You have to have a pretty powerful airplane to fly in and out of that at an airport. Probably like a turbocharged or a turbine engine. Alright, we are, let's see, we had to start typing in our destination data here. Our top of descent is at 150. We are at 10 minutes away from that. So, ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, just to keep you updated, we're going to be descending here in the next 10 minutes. You can expect the seatbelt signs to be turning on here shortly. If you have any last minute business, now's the time to do so. And we'll be on the ground here in Denver in the next 30 minutes or so. Right now the current time over there is 6:39 p.m. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival. Alright.
Denver Center Delta 6138, flight level 350.
Come over here, we're gonna go ahead and get our
Delta 6138,
weather
Denver Center.
information. I'm gonna just get it from my iPad. I'm not gonna go through that whole mumbo jumbo. Latest. Arrival information Charlie 0053 Zulu, which is still current. Winds 120 at 7. 120 at 7.
And UPS 5807, I missed a call for climb.
Altimeter 29991, so good. Pressure.
UPS 5807, yeah.
Temperature is 5.
350, sorry.
And then
UPS 5807.
Approach speed is 146. No lower than speed is 141.
Negative Denver Center Delta 42.
Let's take a look and brief up this approach. Alright.
About 20 south of Tango Bravo.
So
Echo.
decision altitude is 5,557. And that's the ILS. We have good visibility. And we are category D aircraft. So we meet the requirements for that. Let's go ahead and put that in there. So we'll come in at Kipper at 12,000 at 210 knots, which we already have that plugged in to the flight plane. 210 knots, 12,000. We'll come to Haley, and then from there we'll continue our turn to JB, and then J Dizzle, and then Jeeper at 10,000 feet. We'll continue our descent from there, maintain 10,000 until we cross Joe Bob. Continue down to 9,000 at Kirk, then kick me at 8,000, then Leeds at 7,000, capture the glide slope for our final approach fix, and follow it down to our decision altitude 5,557. Cool. This approach will be climbing to 5,900, then we'll turn right to 12,000. I'm heading 218 outbound the
3352 Delta 653, good night.
FQFVR, what frequency is that?
Delta 1499.
Anyways, radio nav, we got 111.1, and then we got ILTT, set for our identifier code, 173 on the final approach course, 3 degrees, glide slope. Touchdown zone elevation is 5,357. Minimum safe altitude is 9,200. DME requires continuous approach with, okay, that's fine. VGSI and ILS glide path not considered. Good.
75 for 4299.
FQF VOR, why don't they have it on here but they don't give me what the frequency is? They got the Denver VOR. Oh, so it might
Mach
be
number 0.78, 6441.
Mexico 6441, maintain Mach.
oh, here it is, 116.3. So put
I will try
116.3 here, we'll hard tune that.
I'll reach back if I can.
We'll have FQF on the identifier, sweet. And we're going to follow that outbound
Delta 6138,
254. And
0.78, Delta 6138.
we do have it available to us. Check that radial out. Cool, so we fly that out, intercept that radial, go up to 26 miles out. We obviously have it on the GPS, so we can follow that.
Delta 6048, same Mach number.
Nice, I want a cup of coffee. It's too late for coffee right now for me. But it does sound good.
Delta 6048, say again.
Alright, so approach has been briefed up. Cabin has been notified, and we're starting our descent here in the next 6 minutes. Let's go ahead and conduct the approach checklist. 8 stars. Yeah. Approach checklist. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Barrow ref.
Stop.
UPS 5807, maintain flight level 330 for now. I'll get you higher.
2992 set.
2992 set. Seatbelts.
On.
Minimum.
UPS 5807, Denver.
5,557
I wasn't paying
feet set.
attention.
Auto brake.
That guy's audio is so loud.
I gotta get you underneath a train going to Minneapolis.
Not a problem. Maintain stop climb 330 for UPS 5807. I'll pay more attention.
Yeah, no problem.
Set and checked.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Approach
Cheyenne
checklist
486,
completed.
Send you the AL3 arrival landing north or landing south.
Send by the L3 landing south.
Alright, landing weight, so we got 157.5, so we're gonna add 11.6 to that, so let's do 167, 168, 169.1.
3805, contact Minneapolis Center 128.67. Good night.
128.67.
And we're gonna do a low auto brakes, so we have plenty of runway, we've got 12,000 feet, so we'll save brakes, and let's see, our gate is, what's our gate? Alpha 52. So I believe that's in the corner, and we are at 16 left. Oh yeah, we can definitely roll it out, and we can, that way we can have a shorter taxi, or faster taxi I should say, because Alpha 52 is in the corner, and it's either way it's not that bad of a taxi. Oh, just kidding, it is on the other side of the airport though, so it is a longer taxi, but it's fine, not too bad. What's up? What question did you have? Sorry. Okay. So approach has been briefed up. We feel pretty good, and we're expecting a loud lane south. So once we start descending, things are going to start speeding up here pretty quick. So let's make sure we are nice and set up. Right now, Denver has an approach 120.35. So let's tune them in. We'll be talking to them next. We had a pretty nice departure out of Minneapolis. That was a fun one. Lots of ATC coverage, so we got a lot of people online and giving us some traffic separation, so it's been nice. Not too eventful out of Minneapolis, to be honest. It was pretty, the night sky and the city lights. It was quite windy, so it was a little windy, but it wasn't nothing too turbulent or anything like that. Yep. Been getting some nighttime in. All we do is fly at night now. I do enjoy night flying sometimes, especially when it's like raining, because I don't know, whenever you have the combination of nighttime and rain in the simulator, it looks phenomenal. The lights they refract so nicely with the water droplets, and it just looks super realistic. In fact, the departure I had yesterday out of Detroit, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. Out of Detroit was really nice, just because of the way everything looked with the rain in the night time. Alright, coming up to our top of descent here in the next 50 seconds. Go ahead and set our altitude bug to 12,000. Start descending. We have been cleared to descend. So we're gonna go ahead and start our descent. We said descend via the L3, so we're good. Can you see the aurora while flying this thing? Yes, they do have the aurora. I struggle with that word, to be honest. That's like my bilingual-ness coming out. Aurora Borealis. They do have it in the simulator, yes. I've been striving to see it. I've seen it once, and that was like just because I was doing a flight across the Atlantic, and I went back into the stream and I saw it in the stream, but I never actually saw it with my own eyes in the simulator. You have to go really far up north for it. And it is based off real time too. It's not like it's just randomly to have the Aurora Borealis. So it's actually based off the real geomagnetic storms.
Delta 2528, contact Minneapolis Center, 128.67, good night.
Caution for similar call signs. He's 2528. I'm 2928. We do have to fly to Antarctica. Yes, trust me. I think about it. I haven't forgot about it. We will get it done. Probably, if I find a good chunk of time where I'm not doing anything again, it'll probably be then. So I don't want to disappoint you, but maybe summer. Maybe in the summer. Which isn't too far away, you know. The semester ends in May.
Center, Delta 711, step was about 5 to 10 minutes.
Delta 1711, report back.
But yes, we will fly to Antarctica. I
Yes,
promise.
5807, thanks for the help. Climate maintain flight level 350.
Climate maintain file 350, UPS 5807, thanks.
Okay, remember at 15,400, the cabin needs to be seated. Cabin crew need to be seated. So make sure you remind us of that altitude. McMurdo Station, here I come. Sir, pack your heavy coat. Let's see. Yeah, so high elevation. It's a very important factor in aviation. I think I talked about it before. The higher you go, obviously the thinner the air is, and then the less air there is, the less air that flows over the wing, the less air that flows into the engine, and the less friction there is on the airframe. And all that stuff is a bad combination, especially when you get to hotter temperatures, more humid temperatures, and higher elevations. So it's called a high density altitude. And a high density altitude has killed many pilots.
Delta 2928, contact Denver approach 120.35, good night.
Or to 20.35 for Delta 2928, good night.
Maintain that present heading, 9,000.
Denver lights are starting to come into sight.
Denver approach, good evening, TBM 88901 Charlie, level 16,000 with pop-up.
TBM 88901 Charlie, Denver approach, good evening, information Charlie, current altimeter 29901, what's your approach request?
Alright, 901 Charlie will pick up Charlie, 29901, and we'll take the RNAV.
I'll answer that question here in a second.
Denver 901 Charlie, roger, you can expect a Yankee 17 left.
Roger, we'll expect RNAV Yankee 17 left, 901 Charlie.
Denver approach, Delta 2928 passing through flight level 240 for on the L3. We have information, Charlie.
Southwest 1536 reduced to 170 knots.
170 knots for Southwest 1536.
American 916, turn left heading at 260,
Did I just get
maintain
ignored?
8,000.
Left 260 down to 8,000.
Southwest 398, contact tower on 124.3.
Over to tower, Southwest 398.
Can you acknowledge my call, please?
United 916, cancel that. Turn right back to heading at 360 for now.
360, American.
Southwest 1536, cancel speed restriction.
Cancel speed restriction.
Yeah, 1281, contact Denver Center 1233.52, so long. That's 3352.
Denver approach, Delta 2928 on the L3 arrival.
Delta 2928, Denver approach, good evening. Altimeter 29901, information Charlie current, state your approach request.
Roger, we have information Charlie. We'd like to do the ILS 16 left if possible.
Still 2928, not a problem, expect ILS 16 left.
Roger, we'll expect the ILS 16 left. We can also take the visual if needed to for Delta 2928.
Yeah, Delta 2928, roger, thanks that.
Okay, I heard...
At American 916,
Don't you finally normally fly to high, save fuel consumption? Yes. Yeah, that's essentially the reason why we fly high. The higher you go, so it kind of goes back to the less friction there is on the airplane. So the airplane is able to move faster across the ground due to the less air molecules that are up there. So it's that finding that balance between, it's called a service ceiling. The airplane I fly, the Cessna 172, the service ceiling is 14,500. It's not very high. The airplane can't go that high because the higher you go, the less air molecules there are. So
1536, contact
you find that
tower
balance between what's the
4.3
minimum amount of air molecules that the plane can fly with, and you use that to cruise at, and that'll give you your fuel, the best fuel consumption you can get. And also, there's other factors in choosing altitude, like winds. Some winds at a higher altitude might be stronger compared to a lower altitude, so you might want to fly at a lower altitude. It's a really complicated balance that you can get really intricate and detailed, but there's not really a specific altitude for fuel efficiency to be. I guess the service ceiling would be the most efficient fuel consumption. But again, that's when you still have to incorporate the other factors like
Still
the wind.
2928, maintain present heading, descend and maintain 8,000, vectors towards the visual 16 left.
Roger, we'll maintain this heading and we'll go down to 8,000 for Delta 2928. Alright, maintain this altitude or this heading, go down to 8,000 feet. Yeah, if I would have done the ILS, we would have to go all the way around and square it off. But he's just gonna keep us at this heading, descend to 8,000 and turn on course, and then boom.
7,000.
So we'll keep the setting.
600.
Checked.
Now.
Flight attendant cease for landing, please. And they'll get us on our ground even earlier, so that's a good thing. Yeah, of course. So 8,000, current heading is good. Altimeter has been set. And
Denver departure low, Southwest 115, we're with you climbing out 6 knots.
So it's 115, Denver departure, radar contact, you can climb and maintain file 230.
That's a 230, Southwest 115.
American 916.
916, you can go ahead and reduce to approach speed traffic you're following currently at your 12 clock, 6 miles, 1,000 below.
Margin 5 to approach speed right.
If I were to guess where Denver is, I'm going to assume it's that black area right before the lights start.
And November 901 Charlie, depart Selmy, heading to 355.
That makes sense.
Alright, depart Selmy, heading 355.
Below 10,000, or we're at 10,000 AGL, so landing lights on. Thank you, sir.
And November 901 Charlie, you can descend and maintain 13,000.
Down to 13,000, 901 Charlie.
American 916, contact Denver Tower 124.3. We'll see you.
Tower 124.3.
Delta 2928, turn right heading of 260.
Right heading 260, Delta 2928. Looks like he's going to square us off again.
Denver departure, November 2 Kilo Hotel with you.
2 Kilo Hotel, Denver departure, radar contact, climb maintain, flight level 230.
Climb maintain, flight level 230, November 2 Kilo Hotel.
Denver approach, Frontier Flight 3440, information 8 is Charlie on the long 3 arrival. Frontier 3440, Denver approach, good evening, information Charlie, thank you for that. Altimeter 29901, what's your approach request?
Such a kind of controller. He's giving us the option to choose what approach we want.
ILS for runway 16 left. Frontier 3440, roger, expect that.
See if I can pick my gate while I'm here on the ground, or in the air still. Denver, and we're going to Alpha, what was it, 52? Yeah, Alpha 52. Alright, so that's a long taxi. I'm going to just say it's a long taxi because it's long. It's longer compared to the other parking spots we could get. If we can get off of, I mean, you got the high speed exit at Foxtrot 4 we can possibly get out of. And I think there's an aircraft behind us, so yeah, we might want to get off of Foxtrot 4 then.
Still 2928, turn left heading at 230.
Left heading 230, Delta 2928.
$1,000 to go.
I should buy him a coffee. Sounds like a pretty good deal. Alright, we're pretty low to the ground now. We're about 3,000 feet. AGL, so we're leveling off at 8,000 here. He's got us at 8,000, so we're going to expect to intercept that kick me, which is exactly where we're pointed to. See if we can start seeing the airfield. Don't see anything that would resemble an airfield yet. I don't see any approach lights.
Last sticker film, call sign again?
Giant 486.
Oh, Giant 486. Denver approach, good evening to you. Information Delta just updated hot presses. Altimeter 29901 and state your approach request. You want the 17 right?
Yeah, we'll take the LS for 17 right and altimeter, and we'll get the ATIS for 946.
Delta 29 actually, attention all aircraft landing at Denver. Denver arrival ATIS Delta, now current, altimeter 29901.
Check.
Delta 2928, airport set your 11 o'clock, 15 miles, port in sight.
Field in sight, Delta 2928.
Delta 2928, I didn't catch that first part. Do you have it in play?
Field is in sight for Delta 2928.
Delta 2928, roger, thank you. Cleared visual approach, runway 16 left.
Clear for the visual approach, 16 left, Delta 2928. Alright, cool. So we have the field in sight. The visual 16 left is, so we got 17 left, 17 right,
901 Charlie,
and then 16 left, 16 right. So that's that 30 right there.
Charlie.
So we'll go ahead and arm the localizer. We're clear for the approach. Flaps 1.
Checked.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
We do have a tower 124.3. We have that set up.
Southwest 115, contact center 133.52.
8252, Southwest 115.
Thought I had it set up to the right frequency. Or not. And then let's go ahead and start reducing our speed. 124.3 set on the frequency. That changed or not? No. Kick me so that now we have to be
Over 91 Charlie, this time maintain 1000.
7,000 at
Gonna
least, so
maintain
we'll hold this
1,000,
altitude for now.
901 Charlie.
Over 2 Kilo Hotel, contact Denver Center on
Flaps 2.
127.65.
Speed checked. Flaps 2.
Off the center, 127.65. Thank you. See ya. November 2 Kilo Hotel.
Delta 2928, contact Denver Tower 124.3. We'll see ya.
24.3, thanks for the ATC. Have a good night, Delta 2928.
That's fine.
Denver Tower, Delta 2928, visual 16 left.
Delta 2928, Denver Tower, hello, wind 160 at 10. Runway 16 left, clear land.
Clear land, 16 left, Delta 2928. We got a direct cross run right now. Flaps 3.
Speed checked. Flaps 3.
Middle tower.
Glide slopes captured.
American 2050,
Gear down.
2,500. American
Gear down.
2050.
Radar
R2
altimeter
radar,
alive.
runway 17 left, clear for takeoff.
Usually the pilot flying doesn't have to worry about the frequencies, but since our old friend here, AI, can't handle it, we have to do it ourselves. Flaps full.
Speed checked. Flaps full.
Clear to land. Alright. Missed approach altitude is at 12,000 feet. Landing checklist.
ECAM memo.
Landing no blue.
Landing checklist completed.
So we got a direct crosswind right now. And then it's going to shift over. And Tower Delta 2928. Do you have any reports of wind shear on shore final?
Delta 2928, negative. Haven't heard anything since.
Okay, roger. Right now we're having winds at 270 at 16 knots, so I'm just wondering.
16?
The winds I'm having right now are 270 at 14 right now.
Copy.
Approaching. 16 left.
Checked. Landing checklist been completed. 2 wets, 2 wides.
500.
looks like the wind's changing. And just to update you, the winds are now 160 at 10 now. Alright, have control.
Minimum
Continue.
100.
Float.
30, 40, 30, 20.
American 2050, contact departure 120.35 to line.
Over departure 120.35. Have a good night, thank you.
Spoilers. Reverse green. Decel.
Checked.
Tower Delta 1584, holding short runway 18, ready for departure.
Delta 1534, Denver Tower, hello. RNAV to
There's
Royal.
Foxtrot 4 over there.
RNAV to Royal, clip
Seven
runway 18,
rings.
Delta 1534.
Keep it rolling.
Sorry, not a 3 11, hold a short runway 8.
311, Denver Tower, hello. Delta 2928, welcome to Denver. Contact ground on 121.85.
Alright, over to ground 21.85 for Delta 2928. Have a good night.
You too.
Alright.
Boarding.
Ground Delta 2928, exited runway 16 left at Foxtrot 4.
Delta 2928 Denver ground, welcome. Continue on Foxtrot and when able, stay parking.
Roger, continue on Foxtrot and 1 second on the parking for Delta 2928. And Delta 2928, we're going to Alpha 52.
Delta 2928 back to the ramp via Foxtrot Alpha Sierra.
Foxtrot Alpha Sierra to the ramp for Delta 2928. After landing checklist.
Radar and predictive wind shear system.
Off.
After landing checklist completed.
Alright, we'll continue down on Foxtrot. Let's pick up the speed here. We're super slow. And then we'll turn left onto Alpha Sierra. Oh, I think there is a... Yeah, there's a bridge that we can just go underneath. Sweet. That's great. We don't have to go all the way around. That's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, we'd like to welcome you to Denver. Current time is, what time is it? I don't know what that is in local time, so I'm just going to say 0213 Zulu. Current temperatures right now are man, I should have planned out this brief a little bit. Current temperatures right now at 37 degrees Fahrenheit, and we welcome you to Denver. We'll be at the gate here in the next 10 minutes or so, if you can remain seated, and we'll turn off the seatbelt signs once it's safe to take them off. Just keep that speed up.
Underground JetBlue 394.
Yeah, we're super early to the gate. Our target landing
JetBlue
window
394, runway 8,
was from
Bravo Sierra,
0210 to 0220, so 02413 is when we landed, so we're actually well on time.
Taxi runway 8.
We just have to be at the gate by at least 1930 or 0230. So it's 7:14 here. 7:14 local time.
Denver ground, Southwest 2536. We're ready for taxi, and we've got Quebec.
Southwest 2536, runway 25, taxi by Charlie November Golf.
Charlie November Golf, Southwest 2536.
Landing was pretty good. It was on the 287 on the feet per minute, so decent. It was consistent from what I've been doing, so that's good. on the center line, on the touchdown zone, and a decent landing rate. So that was a pretty good landing. I've noticed, like we've all seen before, that the simulator, this airplane likes to float a lot. And I've actually been, the reason why I say this is because I've actually been seeing a lot of other people make that same comment. So it's not because I suck as a pilot. Sometimes it is because I suck as a pilot, but most of the times it is just the airplane does not like to go onto the ground sometimes. So.
Southwest 3192, runway 25, taxi via Charlie November Golf.
Charlie November Golf for Southwest 3192.
Another night flight in. Feels pretty good. We'll park this plane up in the gate and call it a night. Get some Denver delicacies. We had full ATC coverage from Minneapolis down to Denver, so that's a really nice thing. For legal reasons, that is not me typing. Stand by for intruder. This is
Stop at the first line and advise ready taxi.
This is Alpha Sierra, I believe. You two need to settle out your differences. You guys can both watch my flight streams together. How about that? More viewers, the more people tune into the stream anyways.
Yeah, we're going that 3540, ready for 5-6.
United 3540, runway 8, taxi via Charlie Sierra Mike.
Runway 8, Charlie Sierra Mike for United 3540.
United 3540, that was supposed to be a straight pushback to the first line.
Oh, sorry about that, I apologize.
Go all the way across. Leave them alone. Wow, we are zooming right now on the speed. Yeah, we're going way too fast. We're almost 40 knots. I think that United might be pushing back here, but we're clear of it.
Approach Delta 1341, ready to check.
Is that approach?
Delta 1341 heavy, runway 25, right. Taxi via Alpha
Taxi
November
light
Golf.
off.
Alpha November Golf 25.
Sir. And we're looking for the marshaller, looking for her. There she is.
2 lines left to join Charlie.
Let's go ahead and I don't see her sticks, but come on, cross. You already made me stop. Can't make me stop, dude. I just lost all my momentum there. I don't see the sticks there. Okay, I see your hands now. She's telling me to keep going left. Keep it coming. Takes a really long time to the engines to pull up. There's the lights on her sticks. Keep it coming. Let's go. Keep that ground speed up.
To my ground, Frontier Flight 3440 on Foxtrot, taxi to the Alpha Gates, please.
Frontier Flight 3440, Denver ground. Are you looking to park on the north side or south side of Alpha tonight?
North side of Alpha, Frontier Flight 3440.
Frontier Flight 3440, taxi to ramp via Foxtrot, Bravo Sierra.
Foxtrot, Bravo Sierra to the ramp, Frontier Flight 3440.
Delta 1341 Heavy, you're taxiing on the green line and also the opposite direction. Shift 2 lines right to join Alpha November and make a 180.
Making a 180 and 2 lines
Alright,
right.
keep it up. We're at 0 ground speed right now. We've lost our momentum again. We're coming there, dude. Don't put your hands down.
Denver ground, Southwest 2536, requesting to switch over to Denver Tower.
Alright.
My apologies, Southwest 2536,
Break
contact
set.
Tower 124.3.
124.6, Southwest 2536, no problem, man. See ya.
Southwest 3192, contact Tower 124.3.
Alright, engines are shut off.
124.3 for Southwest 3192, I'll be back here.
Beacon off.
JetBlue 394, contact Tower 124.3.
Tower 24-3, have a good night, JetBlue 394.
Alright. Parking checklist.
Parking brake or chocks.
Set.
Engines.
Off.
Wing lights.
Off.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
Parking checklist completed.
Alright. And ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, we'd like to welcome you to Denver. Seatbelt signs are off. You are free to start deboarding. And current time is 7:22. Again, on behalf of Delta Airlines and our flight crew, we welcome you to Denver, and we thank you for flying with us today. We hope to see you again soon. Flight attendants, the aircraft is secure, jet bridge is connected. You are free to commence deboarding. I just told the passengers they are free to start deboarding. Like, I imagine they all start freaking out and start running off the plane. Anyways, all right, debrief, Terry. Flight was good.
3540,
Let's go ahead and disconnect from the radio here so we can talk nicely. Flight was good. Departure out of Minneapolis was nice, and smooth flight over to Denver. And what is this guy doing? I've never seen anything like that in my life. And then the landing over here in Denver was great. We did the visual approach, and yeah, everything was nice. We did see a little bit of like a wind shift change in the directions, but nothing that made the flight, the approach unstable or anything like that. So, but yeah, overall great flight. So let's go ahead and clean the airplane up and let's shut it down, and let's go to the hotel, get some sleep. So let's turn that off. They should start deboarding, aren't they? Alright. Let's take a look outside. See how my parking was? Very loud outside, sorry about that. Ooh, my parking was on point, dude. Look at that. Right on the line. Money. Alright, welcome to Denver. I have an interior now. Oh, cool. Alright, thanks for flying with me. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. What is she? What did you say? Do a donut. Do a donut. He's having his. Yeah, he's having his moment there. I love that. Stop harassing me. But yeah, Marshaller was having his dancing moment.